Doing good so far.
Hey guys, how the heck's everybody doing? Tim with me in my shadow here with a fake unboxing. So for the longest time, I never really talked about one thing that for safety that's really important, and that's footwear. And I gotta come clean with you guys. Let me show you what I was wearing before I got serious about it. That's right. Timberland hiking boots. Also doubled as my work shoes. I know, Mr. Safety, right? My wife and I had decided to splurge a little bit on each other for Christmas because we like to ride two up. And we got ourselves a pair of proper motorcycle boots. Let me show you what I got. Okay, so here comes the fake unboxing. As you guys, if you watched my last video, know I've already worn these a couple times because number one, I like to try things out before I recommend anything to you, and these are what I've decided to go with. Fake unboxing. These are the Built Evolution boots, and they're very, very comfortable. They, nothing too super fancy. I didn't want anything super high up like motocross boots or anything like that. But I did want something that afforded some protection. So these do have all the protection that you need. And the price point was pretty good. I believe they were retailed for about $119. Picked them up at Cycle Gear for, I want to say, somewhere in the 80s, like $89.99 or something like that. It was on sale right before Christmas, and I'm just getting around to showing you guys these now. So anyway, you guys can freeze frame the video right here if you want to see everything that's included with these boots, but I can tell you one thing, they're super comfortable. Let's get on with the ride, man.
Back to me and my shadow. How's everybody doing today? This is Tim, your not so intrepid host, getting ready for a windy ride. As you can see, it is a little bit blustery today. Well, not blustery cold, but just windy. That tree blowing in the breeze. So conditions, well, they're never perfect, are they? There's always something. Before we get this ride started and this topic started, I wanted to remind everybody, if you're so interested, please subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. It does help the channel out. Also leave a like if you like the video. So, since I've been back riding again, I had a lot of time to actually, drive around, right? Because even when I was off the bike for a while, I still had to get to work and things like that. And I had a lot of time to think of topics, obviously. 2 months, if you can't think of anything, it's about time to hang it up. I got thinking about different roads. Because as I believe we ride motorcycles, we're always thinking about, wouldn't that be a great road to ride? Like when we're out riding in our car or we have to go to work or anything like that. And I noticed there's a lot of videos, and I'm big on this too. I'm guilty of it too, so don't get me wrong, but I noticed there's a lot of videos where people are like, this is the perfect road to ride on. And it got me thinking about a topic. Do you have to have like a lot of twists and turns and mountain views and stuff like that? Or does a long, straight, flat road, I'm picturing like something, I don't know, out in the desert. One that you can see stretching to the horizon for miles and miles and miles. Is that more your speed? Does it even matter? Look at all this construction. Good Lord. Springtime in Texas. let's tear up all the roads. I don't know if that's true where you live or not, but my gosh, they sure tear up a lot of roads in Texas in the spring. But I was just thinking, is that even a worthy topic to talk about? Or is it just along the lines that you'd just much rather just get out and ride, doesn't matter what road it is? Or do you have a more perfect road to ride? Or do you consider your trip less of an adventure? Sorry, I'm trying to get used to this boot. The width on it's a little bit different, or the thickness of the boot's a little bit different. So when I shift now, my foot's a lot closer to the shifter. I don't know if you can see here. Let me shift real quick. See how close it is? There's like no gap. And on the other boots I used to wear before I rode, there was a little bit of distance. So my muscle memory's off a little bit on not exactly finding the shifter, but knowing how quickly it's going to shift. Take a little bit of getting used to. But by the way, I do love these boots. They are comfortable. And when I was buying boots, I was looking at, what can I get that when my wife and I go someplace on the bike, I can get off and walk around and be comfortable. And I think these boots are going to work. Jury's still out on that, obviously. I have to wear them for a while, break them in more, and see how they are. But I think for the most part, they're going to work just fine. So if you don't have good motorcycle boots, get yourself a pair. You will be very thankful that you did. Now, back to the topic at hand. I mean, I don't think anybody likes riding in traffic. I don't think anybody does at all. But what about, does it have to be a country road? My gosh, I'm sorry about the wind noise, guys. Does it have to be a country road? Does it have to be a mountain road? Does it have to be a twisty road? Do you have just as much fun riding on a long flat road that isn't as challenging? I think that's the main thing. Again, not criticizing anybody at all. Please don't get me wrong. I love watching guys taking twisty roads and stuff like that. Some people take them faster, some people take them slower, and it is a lot of fun to ride those. But do you have to have that? Is that almost a requirement? I mean, would you move to the mountains just simply because you'd have great roads to ride on? Or can you be happy wherever it is that you live riding? Me personally, and I suspect this would be true of most people watching, anywhere is good enough. But is it a requirement? To me, so I guess the topic of it having to be a windy road, or the topic of it having to be, or the thought of it having to be very challenging, or if it's just a straightforward road, doesn't really matter to me. What matters to me is really kind of going out and discovering new roads. And it's a lot more fun to do that on a motorcycle than it is in a car. Yes, I have a GPS in front of me, but I also love to get lost. So for me, I guess I could conclude this topic by saying simply that it doesn't really matter about the road. If the road is really twisty and bendy, I guess that's a plus. If the road is more technically challenging, that's a plus. And it also depends on my mood. I may not be in a mood to really be technically challenged that day, and maybe that day I'd just rather ride and not think about it. Let me know what you guys think. But for me, the more important thing is discovering roads I've never been on before, going to places I've never been on before, and there's just something about the fact that you're on the bike doing it that makes it so much better. I don't know. They show those commercials for all the new motorcycles where these people are on beautiful mountain passes. They stop at these, You know, they stop at these great overlooks with these beautiful, gorgeous views, and the guy and the woman get off the bike and they take off their helmets and they kind of smile to each other. This is what life's all about. You know, they show the beautiful, beautiful part of motorcycle riding. When heck, just a ride to work, just a commute to work, like I said in my last video, or just a trip to the gas station is enough for me. Maybe I'm just simple like that, I don't know. My wife certainly thinks I'm simple. You guys probably do too. You may not be wrong. Anyway, just leave me a comment and let me know. Is there, like I said, does there have to be a specific road? Or will any old road do? Much as I mentioned, there are going to be some upcoming changes to the channel. Nothing major. I'm not going to take up cooking or anything like that. But there are going to be some things to try to keep things interesting. Go a few different other places that we haven't been together yet. Show you a few sites we haven't seen. May attempt some motorcycle camping. Just some things to change it up instead of you guys just watching me ride down around this road and this police officer hopefully will not pull me over. No, he didn't. Whew, that's good because I was kind of, let's just say, overdoing it a little bit. Anyway, long outro, guys. Love y'all so much. Everybody take care. Have a wonderful day. Get out there and ride if you can. And leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think of my topic. All right, that's all I got for today. We will see you